Pathbreakers, presented by Aspirations Education, your caring partner in global education. Hospitality partner, Lighthouse Hotel and Spa.
Imperial stepped into the competition with half a mind to relax and have a ball.
We did take it easy and I don't know why.
But their first outing proved impressive, dealing a huge blow to the confidence of Team Phoenix from ITS.
They just went, I don't know, simply because I think they couldn't take it.
Things got a bit more serious when Imperial progressed to the semi-final rounds. The team recorded a memorable win over rival team RI in the most competitive round so far. Their performance left the board of directors with very little to choose.
You should run with care, sir. If not, you fall and you get hurt.
What are the chances of Imperial rocking the boat once again? Do they have any more surprises left on offer? Or could this be the end of their journey? ACBT has looked favourites almost every time they walked into the boardroom.
Mostly hungry.
But can they stand out when it really matters? ACBT's first triumph was over ICBS, when they impressed the board with a set of solid recommendations for team management. On the semi-final, ACBT argued out Spectrum with an on-the-dot analysis of companies' investment options.
They came up to a point when they had to make a decision, and then they compromised.
Now, ACBT has finally met their match. Can they dazzle the board for the third time over? The eloquence of Imperial meet the analytical genius of ACBT. Who will leave the boardroom victorious? Pathbreakers who will decide.
Pathbreakers has been entertaining you for the past 2.5 months, presenting the ups and downs of these young decision makers as they competed for supremacy in corporate acumen. While some lived up to the expectations they carried into the show, others found the journey heartbreaking and disappointing.
Definitely. We are going to win this. That's the attitude.
For some, it was a wake-up call.
Exactly. They should have sent some professional.
But looking back, Pathbreakers proved to be a learning curve for everyone and a huge inspiration for many. But where did it all begin?
When VTV came up with this idea of Pathbreakers, the reality show, which was something totally novel to Sri Lanka in the education context, I thought it was a very good idea, and that we should sort of work together as a team and capitalize on it and see how best we could bring out something really attractive and gripping, if possible, so that the Sri Lankan public, especially the student population and maybe the teachers and other people connected with the education field, would have something new to view, and then keep on thinking in the future as to how we can develop from there onwards. So this was a challenge, and that's how I thought I'll take it up along with ETV, and that's how we started Pathbreakers.
Pathbreakers was born from one organization's commitment and passion to achieve the impossible. A reality show in the English medium always seemed a daunting task. If the idea of funding such a big-scale project was hard enough to imagine, producing an up-to-standard TV show was even harder. But the originators of Pathbreakers successfully battled all odds to prove the skeptics wrong.
Well, it was actually a risky venture in the sense, cost-wise also it was quite high. I was thinking of getting the universities to support me, but the cost involved was too much, and the universities and institutes also were not very convinced that actually we in Sri Lanka could deliver a program like this. Finally, we managed to get some support from them, and the balance of course had to come from Aspirations. To draw the picture in the minds of the institutions locally as well as abroad was not that easy, and we had to do a lot of convincing, and it was quite tough to get the first 8 teams involved. The original idea germinated actually 1 year back, and it took us almost 1 year to finally come up with the end product. And I'm happy to say that we have been Pathbreakers along with ETV together in bringing up this new thing.
Aspirations Education Services has long been serving a growing need in Sri Lankan students to pursue their higher studies overseas. To date, they have assisted over 1,000 students to gain admission to highly rated universities and institutes around the world. According to General Manager Ajit Abesekara, producing an educational TV show was an extension of the company's social mission.
It was quite a big investment, but at the same time, I mean, had I invested it in a different way, like sort of putting spots in some of your other programs and even going into other TV channels, maybe it would have brought me quicker results then and there, and which would be to send more students abroad. But then the satisfaction would have been a little less, in the sense it would have been just another advertisement about ourselves. But here what we wanted was to give something back to the student population and sort of serve society in that sense.
All team members enjoyed a full boat stay at the Lighthouse Hotel and Spa in Galle as they brainstormed to complete their assignment harmoniously surrounded with natural beauty and comfort. Following in the footsteps of popular reality shows, Pathbreakers fused drama and excitement to a conventional format. Though the idea was centered around a competition where participating teams faced the risk of being eliminated, Pathbreakers aimed to make a meaningful difference in the lives of the participants and the audience at large.
As it went on, we did get inquiries from other institutes also wanting to know whether they could participate at least in the next year. Now I think the interest has been generated. Now they know what it is, and I think some of them are quite sort of sad that they missed out on it as well. But I think anyway we managed to sort of finally deliver the message. So hopefully next season we would have more institutions wanting to take part, and it can be a more competitive and better organized event altogether.
Dr. Uditha Liyanage, Senior Faculty Marketing and Head of Academic Affairs at the Postgraduate Institute of Management. Dr. Liyanage has over 15 years of experience in the industry, with senior marketing management positions in 3 leading companies. He is a marketing consultant to a number of leading local companies and international agencies. Deepal Suryarachi, Managing Director, Eagle Insurance. Deepal was instrumental in developing and nurturing the brand Eagle, one of the most valued brands in the country. Deepal is an award-winning author on marketing and has vast experience in training senior managers. Kasturi Wilson, Chief Process Officer at Hema's Holdings. Kasturi holds an illustrious career in corporate finance with senior management positions in over 5 companies. She is a former basketball player for the national women's team. Dr. Thomas Thornborough, Assistant Professor of Organizational Behavior and Director of MBA programs at the Nottingham University Business School in Malaysia. He has done comprehensive researches focused on organizational identity, narcissism, and psychological contracting, as well as on topics regarding organizational behavior. Dr. Thornborough has published a number of articles on collective identity in the British Parachute Regiment, as well as on organizational behavior and identity.